Friday, and now we're going back to football. Oh, he's doing the football thing. He's doing the football thing. Oh, football! Football!
Got what you want, got what you need. Live your dream, but live your fantasy.
Yeah, I never wanted that.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Had as much of you as I can take. I'm so done, so over being afraid. I've gone through the motions, I've been back and forth. I know that you're thinking you've heard this before.
As a man, you know what it's like to break your back on a daily basis. Introducing new Bud Silver, the beer for hard-working men. It's just what you need after a day of assembling flat-pack furniture.
I never wanted that.
I didn't want that.
I never wanted that. I never wanted that.
I didn't want that.
Have you ever been in this situation where you're shown advertisements that make no sense to you? You're forced to watch them because they show up during your favorite TV show or are in your favorite magazine or newspaper. You think, why are they showing these ads to me? They make no sense. That is outbound marketing. It's showing content to customers without really understanding their wants or needs. HubSpot came up with this new idea called inbound marketing, which works the other way around. Instead of interrupting you during your personal time and showing you content that is irrelevant to you, we thought, why not understand your wants and needs and show you the right content at the right time? So what is inbound marketing?
Inbound marketing is a method for attracting customers by educating them. It's a name used to describe the set of marketing strategies and practices which pull customers towards a business by the use of Web 2.0 tools like blogging, search engine optimization, and social media. Imagine I'm a company that sells organic pest control sprays, and you're a passionate gardener. One fine day when you're browsing your Facebook, you see an advertisement that says, your plants can lead a healthier life. You get curious about it because you're a passionate gardener, and you click that link which takes you to a blog post by my company. That blog post tells you the advantages of using organic pest control sprays over the regular pest control sprays. Remember, this post does not talk about my company's products, and this post does not use a salesy language as well. It just educates you about the benefits of organic pest control sprays.
Now that you're aware of the benefits of organic pest control sprays, we show you another ad that describes how our company is different from all the competitors. We show you testimonials from actual existing customers, and we slowly increase the goodwill you feel toward our company. At this point, you feel that our product is the right product for you, and you're wondering how to purchase it.
So that's when we first started using a little bit of salesy language to bring you in with those discounts, those coupon offerings. So what we essentially did is onboarded you as a customer in 4 stages. First, you came to our website and you considered our product, learning about organic pest controls through our blog. Then you became a prospect as we gave you options and you considered us. Well, next we told you about what makes us unique, what makes you want to have our product, and that turns you into a lead. And finally, we bring you in as a customer, onboarding you with those discounts, those price offers to bring it to a close.
Okay, this is how our process works. First, for the top of the customer funnel, we attract large number of customers as we can. And for the middle part of the customer funnel, we will use some analytic tools, such as we can analyze what pages the customer view and what forms the customer have completed. And we will use this step to convert our customer to become lead customer. And for the bottom top of the customer funnel, we will convert our opportunity customer to our sales, and then we make money.
Now let's take a moment to look at our timeline. We were founded in 2006, and we started off with our content management system and a few basic tools. Within the first year, we had our first paying customers, so we knew we were onto something. By the time we reached 2007, our founders were looking at how to create a stable financial future, and we were able to secure $17 million in funding from venture capital firms. This year, we reached 100 customers, and we were continuing to grow. 2008 rolled around, and we started looking at how to expand. We rolled out several new products and features, including our page grader, Twitter grader, and Facebook grader. We also looked at integrating with some of the companies that offer similar services in order to help us grow. That brings us to 2009, where we reached a major milestone of 1,000 customers and over 500 million page views. So that leaves us with the question, what do we do next?
We have seen the timeline. Now let's move to our products. Our product is for the business to attract prospective customer and to qualify the potential customer. Then we will transfer this customer into paying customer. So for the first part is the content. Content is the soul of the inbound marketing. Our consultant and the CMS system will help our customer to build valuable content and attractive content. For the second is that we will use the tools such as SEO to maximize the exposure to the customer. For the third part is that we will use some analytic tools to understand the customer behaviors, and then we can use this data to advertise to them, the customer who have certain interested on the products or on certain service. So that's our product.
Now that my colleague has spoken about the HubSpot product, it's time to look at the HubSpot customer base. HubSpot started attracting a diverse range of customers from various industries. There were businesses that were selling directly to other businesses or B2B, and there were businesses selling directly to customers B2C. Two types of customers were prominently visible, and HubSpot fondly named them the owner ollies and the marketing Marys. Owner ollies were owners of small businesses with 1 to 25 employees. They made up 73% of HubSpot's customer portfolio. They did not have a dedicated marketing team and focused primarily on gathering as many leads as possible. They were easy to acquire. The cost of acquiring owner ollies was pretty much less, but they had a very high churn rate. Marketing Marys, on the other hand, were marketing professionals in large companies with 26 to 100 employees. They were more educated than the ollies, and they made up 27% of HubSpot's customer portfolio. They focused primarily on the analytics and reports that HubSpot provided. The cost of acquiring marketing Marys was higher than the cost of acquiring owner ollies, but marketing Marys had a less churn rate.
Now that we've looked at our business in a little more detail, let's talk about our problem statement. So what is the problem? Well, it really is, how do we continue to grow more effectively and retain customers over the long term? Now there are a few different ways we can go about this. Should we narrow our customer focus? Focus on either the ollies or the Marys and see where we can make the most money? Or should we change our pricing strategy? A lot of our competitors are priced at a higher point, and are we losing money by staying at such a low price point? And lastly, should we include outbound marketing? HubSpot is all about inbound marketing, so would that hurt our brand or will it benefit us in the long run?
Now that we've established our problem statement, let's discuss our SWOT analysis, starting with our strengths. HubSpot has 3 main strengths. Firstly, we work across the entire customer funnel. We're able to generate, qualify, and analyze leads for our customers more efficiently and effectively than our competitors. Secondly, we practice what we preach. Not only do we evangelize our product, but we also employ it and take advantage of it for our own marketing as a proof of concept. And lastly, our freeware drives engagement and exposure. Our Facebook, website, and Twitter graders provide valuable information to our customers and helps us win their business.
Okay, Sean have talked about the strengths, and let me introduce the weakness. And for the first part is that our pricing strategies is a little bit inappropriate because we make extra fee of the consultant when our customer have some need. So this kind of action will put away our customer from us. And then to fix this problem, we need to maintain our long-term relationship with our customer. So with this relationship, we can reduce the churn rate. And in addition, due to the complicated service and products, our cost of sales is high.
Now that we've taken a look at the strengths and weaknesses facing our company, let's take a moment to also look at the opportunities and threats facing it. So let's start with the opportunities first. So the first thing we can do going forward is we can improve our consulting services so we can drive long-term customer engagement and keep the customers that we're already pretty good at getting. The second thing we can do is take a focused approach to each of our customer segments. We have two major segments that are very clear. Those would be the marketing Marys and the owner Ollies. So how do we customize our products to fit both of their needs individually? And then the last thing we can do is just scale up our business model. We've been doing a pretty good job so far, and we just have to figure out how to keep up that quality while expanding.
So now let's talk about some of the threats. Salesforce has not been our competitor so far, but they're huge. They have the capacity to get into this. I mean, this is a part of the customer funnel, but they're just not in right now. We may be the first players, but that may not last forever, and we need to consider that. Next, we have our own internal pushback on the fact that we seem to be having trouble getting these leads. The pushback to use outbound marketing, which goes against our very vision of how, well, suckers use outbound marketing, and we should use inbound strategies. And then finally, we risk becoming a WinRAR, where we have this long-term engagement is very hard. People tend to use our product. They get the results they want in the first 6 months to a year, and then they stop using it. WinRAR being a reference to the old trialware software that you were able to use as much as you want for free as a bug in the program, and then they discard you when they're done. So now that we've analyzed the situation that we're in, let's talk about and evaluate some of the different courses of actions that we have before we go into a final recommendation. First, we'll evaluate the marketing Marys. So why should we go for them? Well, they've got a lesser churn rate overall as described in the case, which fundamentally makes them less risky as customers. They use our stuff long term as intended. They also see the product as a service, which is as intended, that long-term sustained engagement as compared to the alleys. But why we maybe shouldn't is that they're also a higher cost to acquire them as customers. They take more money to get into them, to convince them. They take more time. It's that long selling cycle. And this ultimately makes it just difficult to sell to them in general.
Okay, let's talk about the course of action 2. Why we not just focus on the owner alleys? Because compared to the marketing mainers, the cost of acquiring the owner alleys is much lower. And the owner alleys account over 17% of our customer base, so they are our major customer. And most of the owner alleys, they are not marketing professional. So they won't request a complicated service or ask some tough question for us. So why we not do that is because the owner alleys have high churn rate. And for example, sometimes they just want to use our products and service to upgrade their content and their website. When they feel they are good, they will stop to subscribe our service and products. So we need to educate them, to teach them how to use our tools and products in the long term and to keep improving their sales and marketing strategies. So one thing is that if we just focus on one kind of customer, it is more risky for us.
Now that Troy has discussed course of action 2, let's move on to course of action 3, the wide net strategic focus. In this course of action, we keep our perspective wide to include both customer segments. Why should we do this? There are more than 2.2 million businesses in the United States market, roughly half owner Ollies and half marketer Marys. Focusing on one segment will decrease our market potential by half. Secondly, the advantages and disadvantages of the customer segments are directly complementary. It is more risky for us to focus on one segment over the other than it is to try to please both customer segments. Why shouldn't we do this? Employing this course of action will establish a wide, diverse customer base. It'll be increasingly more difficult for us to tailor our products to satisfy the customer's needs of the marketer Marys or the owner Ollies. In order to do this, we'll have to hire an increasing amount of employees to meet those customer demands.
Now that we have analyzed and evaluated a few courses of action, it's time to get into the plan of action that we have for HubSpot. HubSpot as a company is doing really well. Despite being a young company, we have grown leaps and bounds ever since we started. But here are a few recommendations that we have specifically to make sure that HubSpot keeps growing and keeps getting bigger and better. Firstly, improved consultant service. Now our product is great. The concept of inbound marketing is great. Now what we need is a set of consultants who can help our customers by educating them more frequently. We need a consultant training department where the consultants are trained and they are aware of the latest updates that we make to all our products. So number one we have is improved consultant service to our customers. Secondly, from a customer's point of view, we need regular surveys to understand user experiences of customers. This will help us improve our relationship with customers and also will boost our brand image. And finally, we just have to keep growing. We just have to keep going good with our product development and our business model, which is already doing really well. We need to improve the threshold to make sure that nobody enters this niche market that we have for ourselves. Thirdly, we need to help the Ollies find a vision beyond lead generation. From what we've seen in the past, owner Ollies come in as customers, focus primarily on lead generation, and once they have garnered a lot of leads, they leave us. We need to help them understand that a business is much more than lead generation. We need to help them understand the ways in which we can help them sustain their business beyond lead generation. And finally, we should also start focusing on all the large multinational companies as well. If you look at the current customer base of HubSpot, we have about 2.3 million customers, of which almost 2 million of them are companies with 1 to 100 employees. We have about 80,000 customers who are companies between 100 and 500 employees. And for now, we have not gone to those companies that have more than 500 employees. If we start focusing on those large multinational companies with thousands of employees and make them believe that inbound marketing is the best suited approach for them, I'm sure that HubSpot will grow leaps and bounds in the years to come.
So at present, what we can start with going forward is recruiting more consultants. We're wanting to expand the services that we can provide to our customers, so we need to start recruiting more consultants so we're just able to provide those services. We also need to take a look at some customer feedback surveys and get some feedback on what we're doing well and what we need to improve on. At the 3-month mark, what we can do is we can work on educating those new consultants we've hired. There will be a bit of a learning curve, I'm sure, so we'll have to get them ready for the job. At 6 months, we should be able to launch our new consulting service, and everything should start flowing smoothly with our new and upgraded services. At 9 months, we should take a look at the churn rate, do a little review, and make sure that it is in fact being lowered. That was the whole goal of the expanded services and the new consultants. So we should make sure that it's been doing its job around the 9-month mark. And in 1 year, we can start looking at product improvements and expanding to new products again. And in 3 years, we can take a look back, evaluate the effectiveness, and just see what needs to be fixed.
So this is
Team A.
Presenting to you
HubSpot's
Inbound marketing training.
You're aware of the benefits of pest controls, right? Is this supposed to be organic?
yeah. Oh my God.
favorite TV show, newspaper. Have you ever been in a situation where you're
second. Oh shit. What else is there?
No, I think you're good. We're done, so.
Yeah. I didn't realize. I was like, wait, how do I end this?
Yeah, you didn't realize that you're done.
Yeah. I was like, taking a straight face.
Very good. I will make you wrong just about now. Secondly, I forgot.
And sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay,
Just enjoying the music.
okay, like singing or something.
Yeah, whatever. Just shaking your head or whatever.
Okay.